Alright, welcome to the Real Sports Rundown. Now, if you can't tell, I'm foreshadowing just a little bit about what I'm going to lead off with this show. If you can't tell from what's over my left shoulder, maybe the shirt I'm wearing, or maybe even my hat. But this team right here has a little something going for them, and I'm going to do something I had not done in a very, very long time. So I'm going to bring it back right here, right now, because I believe this team has this going for them right here. That's right, baby. Texas has the eye of the tiger in them once again after beating OU. So while I'm jamming out to some little survivor of Eye of the Tiger, Stephanie, let's roll those credits for me right now. So here we go.
Welcome to the show where there's so much to be gained. Get ready to be educated and entertained. When it comes to sports, there's no fooling around. This is the Real Sports Rundown.
Alright, man, I got Eye of the Tiger still blaring in the background for just a little bit because, I mean, come on, man, Texas just won, man. I got a glow, man. They beat OU, baby. Oh, who? Oh, who? That's right, baby. Oh, who? That's what I'm saying right now for that guy. But okay, now enough of that right now. Let's get to the game itself, man. The Texas Longhorns defeated the Oklahoma Sooners 16-13, man. It was one hell of a game, man. It was back and forth, not the blowout I thought it was going to be. The Texas Longhorns looked really, really sluggish on the offensive end that first half, man. Colt McCoy was scaring the crap out of me. I didn't think we were going to win that game. The defense was getting their butts handed to them in the passing game all first half long, but what I must say is that defense stepped up when it had to in the red zone, man. They only gave up 2 field goals. We were down 6-0 at one point, and I mean it could have been 14-0 just as easily the way that defense was playing, but they stepped it up, shut down OU. They even took out Sam Bradford in that game. He re-injured his shoulder, and that's going to hurt him. He's probably out for the season. It's going to hurt his draft stock and all that stuff unless he decides to come back once again for his senior year. But right now, Oklahoma falls. Texas is on the rise, man. They got the Eye of the Tiger, baby. That's right. I mean, I had to jam it out, man. I haven't done that in a while. So, and then Colt McCoy, Heisman hopes, man. I know I said double hook 'em, so it looks like I might have to have a one hook 'em for the national championship. Colt, man, you're not going to win the Heisman playing like that. But that's okay, man. You bring a national championship back to Austin, I'll be just as happy with that. Tim Tebow probably will win that Heisman again. And speaking of Tim Tebow, him and Florida squeaked by and got a win. Alabama won as well, which brings us to the BCS standings. They're finally out. We all knew it was going to be Florida, Alabama, probably 1 and 2, or vice versa, either way. Texas sitting at number 3, which is what everybody expected. And right now, if they win out, they're going to overjump either Florida or Alabama once they play each other, because once that SEC championship game takes place between those two teams, which is the way it's looking right now, Texas will overjump them, play in the national championship game, and take down the national title against the Florida Gators. I'm sticking by my prediction right there. Number 4, surprise, Boise State, man. They are number 4. They are for real, man. Don't sleep on them. But they're arguing that they deserve a chance to go to the national championship game. I don't buy that. Now, I'm not saying they couldn't go to the national championship and beat a Florida or Texas or Alabama, because they are good enough to do it, man. They upset Oklahoma, man, in probably one of the greatest college football games you will ever see. If you haven't seen Boise State versus Oklahoma, Google it, YouTube it, watch that game. Unbelievable. But, I mean, I don't think you've earned the right to be in that national championship this year. Your out-of-conference schedule, not strong enough, man. So you could win it, but you haven't earned the right to be there. Number 5, Cincinnati. That's right. The Cincinnati is number 5 right now. They are undefeated. Now, am I buying what they're selling? A little bit, but I don't see them really making a push for a national championship game. They are in the Big East, man. Kind of a weak conference right there. Iowa is undefeated as well, man. Don't sleep on them. They are very underrated right now. They deserve to be at number 6 right now. Now, what peeves me is USC is at number 7. That doesn't bother me. As long as you're in the lower part of the top 10, I accept that. But in the coaches poll, me and Screw talked about this last week. It's pretty much a popularity contest, and coaches just, I like this team. You know, that's the national team I hear about all the time. They have them at number 4. What are you smoking, coaches? Really? USC is number 4? You're talking about the most overrated program since 2005 when they lost the national championship to, that's right, that Texas Longhorns and Vince Young. I mean, you've been the most overrated program since then. You haven't done jack crap, and yet you are number 4 in the coaches poll? I'm so glad they don't determine the national championship game. I'm glad it's the BCS, at least for right now this year, until they screw something else up, which they do every year. Okay, Now, sticking to the NFL pick, I'm going to get to my NFL picks here in a second, but I got to talk about the Denver Broncos, man. They are 6-0 right now for the first time since 1998. Last year they won the Super Bowl, and their defense is getting it done for them right now. They are second overall in team defense. They lead the NFL in points allowed per game. They are only giving up 11 points per game. That is unbelievable for a defense after 6 weeks. Also, they are number 1 in yards allowed per game and tied for first in sacks. And here's a stat I got to throw out there that was just boggled my mind. I heard it on the Scott Van Pelt show. He said they have only given up 10 total points all season long in the second half. 10 points total for 6 weeks in the second half. Wow. That stat there just says it alone right there. So I'm buying what they're selling, man. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid of the Denver Broncos. Kyle, I know you're going to be happy about that, man. Mr. Bronco yourself. I'm sure you're really happy they're doing well this year. So I'm buying what they're selling, man. If they keep at this pace, they're going to the playoffs, and they're going to make some noise, man. Kyle Orton, good. What is it with people leaving Chicago, man? They just tend to do a lot better once they leave Chicago, at least this year. All right, NFL picks. Sticking to those, man. We got the Vikings at the Steelers. Man, I love Brett Favre. I love the Vikings, man, but I love the Steelers just as much, man. I'm sorry I got the Steelers taking down the Vikings, giving them their first loss of the season. Falcons are traveling to Dallas. Yeah, let's hear the boos for the Dallas Cowgirls. I mean the Cowboys. I mean the Cowwussies, whatever you want to call them. Matt Ryan and the Falcons taking down Dallas. Arizona going to the Meadowlands, or going to see the New York Giants anyways. I got the Giants taking down Arizona, and it's going to be, Eli showing his old mentor, Mr. Kurt Warner, that, hey, man, I'm the real deal. And then, of course, we got San Francisco 49ers, my former 49ers, or I still love the 49ers. Don't get me wrong, they're still my team. I still believe in them. But they're going to Houston and taking on my Houston Texans. I wonder who I'm going to pick in this one, man, because it was a tough one. But ultimately, let's just, yeah. Put it on backwards. That's okay, though, because you need to see the name I'm wearing. It's Andre Johnson. He is the man that I'm going to be doing this for. So, you know what, Andre? Here, I gave you some love on the show. Now, let's just kind of... All right, there we go. Now we're fixed. All right, Texans taking down the San Francisco 49ers. I went 4-0 last week. My record is back to 11-10 above 500. All right, World Series. Yankees, Angels still battling out. Phillies punched their ticket in, defending their championship. Let's just go ahead and assume they're playing the Yankees. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that's what's going to happen. I got the Phillies taking down the Yankees in 6 games because it's going to be a slugfest one game, pitching matchup the next. It's going to go back and forth. A-Rod finally started taking his steroids again and started hitting the ball in the postseason. So it's going to be close. It's going to be very, very close, but ultimately Phillies go back-to-back for the first, and be the first team to win back-to-back titles since the Yankees did it in 99 and 2000. So there's that prediction. All right, it's time for Quick Hits. Quick Hits. Let's quickly show the logo. Now get rid of it. Okay, Denver Broncos, good God, please get rid of the jerseys. Those things are horrendous, man. It looks like somebody took a crap on you. Those things are hideous and ugly. I can't help but laugh every time I see you wear them. You're undefeated. Go back to what your original outcome. Or if you're going to go old school, go back to the jerseys that you wore like in the 80s. Not the ones from the AFL that look like somebody took a dump on you. It's disgusting and just, it's not really, no, I don't care. Ugly. All right, secondly, Richard Seymour predicted that the Raiders are going to go to the playoffs. Really? What are you smoking? You claim that you can get, it's been done before, you've done it, you have championships, Super Bowl rings. Seymour, did you not realize the talent you had around you? You had a Tom Brady, you had Teddy Bruschi, you had all those guys. You had Bill Belichick as your coach. What do you have in Oakland? You have Jamarcus Russell, bust. Tom Cable, who likes to punch his assistants in the mouth. Who does that? It's your own assistant. You're going to clock him in the mouth? Just fire the guy. Okay? That makes me laugh. You got 10 games left. You're going to win maybe 4 of those. And Tony La Russa still deciding whether to go back to the Cardinals. Well, I know a certain team, the Astros, right there. They're still looking for a manager right now at the moment. So if La Russa, you don't want to go to St. Louis, hey, man, come to Houston. I would love to have you in Houston because I hate you in St. Louis because y'all been killing us lately here, So come to Houston, help us turn around our season. So that's the way I look at it. All right, that's going to do it here for the show. Let's roll the credits. Let's roll the theme music once again. Texas Longhorns taking it down. Texans are going to get the victory, baby. Phillies win the World Series, man. It's been a great time. Next week, Halloween edition, baby. So get ready for it. I think I got something cooking up for you guys. So you know what? Everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see y'all